Well, in today's USA Today, front section, big story, the southeastern part of the United States, the old Confederate states, Mississippi, Alabama, Georgia, everything from Arkansas all the way over to North Carolina, South Carolina, Florida, again, Alabama. They are ground zero for most cancer, most obesity, most diabetes, most cardiovascular disease and heart attacks and high blood pressure and blocked arteries and blindness, macular degeneration. Now, here it comes. They just won another award for the most prescription drugs. Sometimes 300% more opioids, narcotic drugs than all the other states. Why is that? Well, because, of course, there's more doctors per capita in the old Confederate states. There's more hospitals per capita than any other area, going from Jacksonville, Florida, all the way west to Jackson, Mississippi, and also down in Louisiana. So what's going on here? Why do they have 3 times the cardiovascular disease? Why do they have 3 times the obesity? Why do they have 3 times the diabetes and high blood pressure and heart disease and cancer? Well, they get the same medical care. In fact, if you go just by the numbers, they have more doctors, more hospitals, more prescriptions. They should be healthier than anybody else. If that was the correct mode, it was not the correct mode. They have a problem, and that's why all the doctors are there. I mean, if I were an internist, if I were a general practitioner, if I wanted to be a cardiovascular doctor, if I wanted to be an endocrinologist, if I wanted to be a bariatric doctor and work with people who are overweight and obese, I would go to some place in the southeastern part of the United States, the old Confederate states. I might even have offices in all the big capital cities of each one of those states. Why is that? Because that's ground zero. That's where they're all at. That's where people are so sick in America. Well, that's because of how they eat. And supplementation, if it's not fried, they're not going to take vitamin and mineral tablets and capsules. If it's not fried, they're not going to take it. And so they have to learn how to give up the bad stuff. No burnt meats, no fried foods, no oils. Absolutely, they're going to give up things like olive oil, coconut oil. But Dr. So-and-so on TV says it's good. Well, Dr. So-and-so on TV is a liar. Okay? Coconut oil is dangerous. Olive oil is dangerous. You're better off eating butter. And again, I'd refer you to the book Epigenetics. Epigenetics, the death of the genetic theory of disease transmission. And, of course, it goes into all these diseases and tells you the truth, what actually causes them. Obesity is caused by nutritional deficiencies. Cardiovascular diseases are caused by nutritional deficiencies and aggravated by eating inflammatory foods, deli slices, sandwich meats, sausage, ham, bacon, bologna, gluten, oils, olive oil, coconut oil, margarine, mayonnaise, salad dressing, cooking oils. And so the people who eat more egg salad sandwiches, who eat more ham salad sandwiches, who eat more tuna salad sandwiches, the people who eat more fried chicken, the people who eat fried potatoes, the people who use lard for cooking and everything, right? I mean, frying in lard. Baking in lard is fine and safe, but cooking in lard is dangerous when you fry everything. Eating burnt meats, grilling everything to the point where the fat is burnt, and not taking supplements, that is a recipe for danger, Will Robinson. And so I urge everybody to get hold of this new book out, Epigenetics, The Death of the Genetic Theory of Disease Transmission. And it goes into all these diseases and what really causes them, how to avoid them. If you have them, how you can do the best you can do to avoid going to doctors and getting killed by them in their efforts to sell you a treatment. Okay? Notice what I said, sell you a treatment. There's no law requiring them to cure you when there's a cure available. And so they don't. Unless they could cure rheumatoid arthritis for $300 in office calls by killing the bug, mycoplasma, with minocycline, a tetracycline antibiotic, kill it in 2 weeks. It's a member of the same family of syphilis bacteria, and you can kill syphilis in 2 weeks with penicillin. You can kill mycoplasma, the cause of rheumatoid arthritis, in 2 weeks with this tetracycline antibiotic, minocycline. I like to use herbs myself, a blend of herbs we call killer biotic. And then, of course, you have to rebuild the damaged stuff, the cartilage, ligaments, tendons, connective tissue, disc between the vertebrae and bone itself. This is where the Healthy Bone and Joint Pack comes in, and it's designed to support and promote maintenance repair of cartilage, ligaments, tendons, connective tissue, disc between the vertebrae, bone, makes your bone itself. Also, it will support and promote a healthy cardiovascular system. It will support and promote healthy weight. If you need to lose weight, in addition to the 90 essential nutrients, right, the Healthy Start Pack is a base. You want to also throw in the ASAP. ASAP. Okay, it'll help you lose a half a pound, 2 pounds a day. If you've had diabetes for 30 years, I don't care if you have type 2 diabetes for 30 years, give it 90 days. The odds are you'll be able to wean off your medication, go back to a normal life, be an ex-diabetic. Same with high blood pressure. Okay? And these are very simple things. Cardiovascular disease. There is not one single heart disease or high blood pressure that's caused by genetics. It's all caused by nutritional deficiencies, in some cases aggravated, like plugged arteries, aggravated with eating inflammatory foods, including fried foods and so forth. And this is why the southeastern part of the United States, the old Confederate states, and some of the Indian reservations out west have the highest rates of all these diseases. Again, cancer, diabetes, obesity, cardiovascular disease, various type you can think of. And then, of course, because they have so many doctors and so many hospitals and clinics, they get the most prescriptions, and they win the lottery, and they die the earliest. They die on the average in their 60s. Everybody else dies in their 70s and 80s. They bring the average down. Change your diet, supplement with your 90 essential nutrients, and get the book Epigenetics and learn how to add 50 years to your life. We'll be back with Dead Doctors Don't Lie for these messages. Doug, what pearls of wisdom do you have for us?
I thought we'd talk a bit about gestational diabetes, as I've got a story here out of the New York Times. It's headlined, Supplements Found to Ease Gestational Diabetes. Say calcium and vitamin D supplementation can reduce blood sugar levels in women with gestational diabetes. And they go on to explain what that is. They say it's when they develop high blood glucose levels during pregnancy, and women that were previously not diabetic, and it does affect about 7% of women in the U.S., and they go on to say it can lead to serious birth complications and may increase the risk of type 2 diabetes later in life. It was, mind you, a small study, but this actually came out of Iran, and researchers there randomly assigned 56 women with gestational diabetes to get either 1,000 milligrams of calcium a day along with 50,000 units of vitamin D twice during the 6-week study, and the others got placebo pills. And some blood samples were taken at the beginning and end of the project, and this whole thing was published in the online version of Diabetologia, and they go on to say the supplementing group, their fasting blood glucose levels and cholesterol levels improved, and measures that deteriorated in the placebo group. Now, of course, the Dr. Ahmed that did this study, he was an associate professor at the University of Medical Sciences, says, but this doesn't mean supplements are not meant for or suitable for all women. So another situation, Doc, where they find something positive when it comes to supplementation, but then they want to take the left turn and go completely off the road into the ditch.
Yeah, you're exactly right. And, of course, gestational diabetes and type 2 diabetes are actually caused by cell wall damage as well as being deficient in certain minerals. Now, the cell wall damage can actually be aggravated by calcium deficiency and vitamin D3 deficiency. So when you take in extra vitamin D and calcium, the cell wall is going to be happier, okay? And it's going to recognize insulin a little bit better because the cell walls are happier. This is one of the basic causes of diabetes, type 2 diabetes, is cell wall damage. Well, then you have the deficiencies of these minerals. There's some that would be better than calcium, and, of course, they're in our sweeties. And so when we have women with gestational diabetes, we know that they need to get the healthy blood sugar pack, 1 per 100 pounds of body weight during pregnancy. And if they have a history of that in the past, if they're still sexually active and still cycling, even if they think they're taking things that are going to, stop pregnancy, they're going to have these pregnancy control drugs and physical devices and so forth to prevent pregnancy, I would still take the healthy blood sugar pack in case they do get pregnant. Then they won't have the gestational diabetes anymore, because it is a simple deficiency of minerals, and it's a cell wall damage thing. So those two things combined give you the gestational diabetes. And so I'm not surprised that giving anything that helps the cell wall, calcium and the vitamin D3, will actually improve the degree of damage, the degree of affliction of gestational diabetes. They may go from having a blood sugar of 200 down to, say, 140. Well, to get it down below 100, you're going to have to take a more complete program, and that's why I like the Healthy Blood Sugar Pack, because it has all 90 essential nutrients, including extra of the secret sauce, the minerals that are missing when you have type 2 diabetes. Of course, what happens here is the baby, Doug, is sucking up the minerals faster than the lady is taking them in, and that's why she's showing deficiencies when if she wasn't pregnant, even with the same amount of nutrients, she probably wouldn't show deficient. She wouldn't show the disease. So thank you once again. That's a very, very useful piece. When do you start supplementing? Long before you conceive, alter the pregnancy you're developing your baby in. From the moment the baby's born, you need it, they need it. You need the 90 for life. We'll be back with Dead Doctors No Lie for these messages. Okay, Doug, let's go to callers.
Let's head to Aurora, Colorado. And Nancy, you're on with Dr. Wallach.
Oh, Nancy, you're on the air.
Hi, Dr. Wallach.
Hi, how can I help you?
I'm concerned. I have fluid retention under my eyes, and the circles are dark, but they're sort of purple, and they look like they're slightly bruised and swelling and they kind of shine. They're almost like shiny. I don't know what's wrong with that.
Okay, how much do you weigh, Nancy?
155.
And how tall are you?
5'5".
Okay. And do you have any other issues? Anything like eczema or dermatitis or rough skin on the back of your arms, your thighs?
No, I'm just going through menopause. I get migraine headaches. I had surgery. I have osteoarthritis. I had surgery last March and had my toe fused.
Your toe? A joint in your toe?
Yes. And I have metal hardware in there.
Okay, did you have a hammer toe, or why did you have the joint fused?
Degenerative joint disease.
Oh, well, all right. Do you have any other joints that are noisy, like a clicky elbow or a clicky shoulder or anything like that?
No, I've had shoulder surgery on both shoulders, elbow surgery.
What kind of surgery do they do there?
They, oh gosh, I'm not sure how. They basically
did they replace the joints?
No, they didn't replace them, but they had to clean out the bursa or something.
Well, what I'd like you to do is fire your doctors.
Okay.
You must work for the government or have a very good insurance policy.
I work in healthcare.
Oh, you work in healthcare. You have good health care. Oh, my gosh. All right, Shar, we're going to start out here. Shar, this is a Shar thing.
Yeah. Well, I would definitely get on a gluten-free diet, but she needs, I would say, 2 healthy bone and joint packs.
Absolutely, absolutely. Now, do you have children, Nancy?
They're grown. Yes, I do.
Do they have any health problems? Any of them have any skin problems, eczema, dermatitis, psoriasis, asthma?
My 27-year-old has really bad cardiovascular disease, and my 35-year-old has horrible allergies. And she's gluten-free, but she has an EpiPen. She's highly allergic. So yes, they have problems.
Yeah. Okay, well, hang on. We're going to come back, and Shar and I will give you a program. Get your pen and paper ready. Okay, Doug, let's go back to Colorado. And Nancy, okay, here we go. As Shar said, you need a gluten-free diet. The fact that your children have all these health issues reflect that you've passed on to them a gluten intolerance. So everybody in their households, everybody in your household, dog, cat, bird, fish, man, woman, mother-in-law, anybody, even people coming to clean your house, say Mary Maids or whatever, everybody's got to be gluten-free. Cannot bring gluten into the house because of cross-contamination in the laundry, the food preparation surfaces, the couch where everybody watches TV, the bed that people sleep in, and so on. All that's got to be gluten-free. Then I would advise you to even look into our Go Foods, which are gluten-free, including the Go Foods meal bars. I mean, they are good, and, of course, they're gluten-free, they're non-GMOs, and so on. It's really the best food bar in the market, and I try to eat 1 or 2 of those a day with my grapes, my cheese here while I'm doing the radio, and so you want to go into that area. And, as Shar said, you want 2 healthy bone and joint packs. That would allow you to have 1 ounce of the Osteo FX Plus at breakfast and dinner, 2 scoops of the Beyond Tangerine 2.0 NutriCrystals at breakfast and dinner, 3 of the EFA Pluses at breakfast and dinner, and 15 glucogel a day, 5 at breakfast, 5 at lunch, 5 at dinner. That's going to support and promote maintenance, repair of cartilage, ligaments, tendons, connective tissue, disc between the vertebrae. When you see how well that this program, the dietary changes and the supplement program, are going to support and promote maintenance, repair of all these musculoskeletal tissues, you're going to be very, very angry with your doctor for doing all these joint replacements, joint surgeries, joint cleaning ups, joint repair, It's absolutely insane when in 90 days you could have dealt with all this just with a nutritional program. And so because you have good insurance, you work for the healthcare industry, you probably have good insurance, or you get free treatment by doctors, reduced cost treatments. They took advantage of you, and you have been abused, okay? So get online, fire your doctor, and join us. We'd love to have you because you got such a great story. You're going to have an even better story after our program, and so I urge you to join us and join the crusade and help us save people. Okay, Doug, let's go to callers.
Let's head to Michigan, and Dave, you're on with Dr. Wallach.
Dave, you're on the air.
Hi, Doc. It's Dave in the Thumb, Team Wallach's Way. How are you doing today?
Okay, sir. How can we help you?
Good. Well, I got a testimonial, and I got a follow-up for Bill in Florida I called about before. My testimonial in 1979, I got hit on my motorcycle. I broke my ankle. 3 days after I got the cast off, I was in a car accident, passenger, and I broke the same leg in 3 places, shattered my pelvis. I've had numerous whiplashes. I got up to 307 pounds. I had, told me I needed both knees replaced. I was riddled with arthritis, and I got on your program. And
okay, before you give them the bottom line, hold on. Don't give them the bottom line yet, because we got to go into those message moments. We'll come back and give everybody the bottom line of your testimony after these messages.
You're listening to Dead Doctors Don't Lie on the ZBS Radio Network with your host, Dr. Joel Wallach. If you'd like to talk to Dr. Wallach, call the priority line, 831-685-1080, toll-free 888-379-2552.
Okay, Doug, let's go right back to Michigan and Dave. Okay, we got down to the point where you've had all this trauma. You need to go with better drivers, it sounds like. All these accidents. So that's part of the treatment.
I am legally blind for 20 years. I have RP, but I fell down my basement stairs in 2012, November, and I ended up shattering my talus bone on that same leg that I had all those other breaks. And the doctors gave me an 80% chance that they would have to amputate my foot because that talus bone was 3.5 inches out of the socket for 12 hours, and they said there was only one blood vessel feeding it, so it probably would not heal. I am now walking a 20-minute mile on my treadmill. My knees are repaired without surgery. I have no more arthritis in my body. But to me, the most craziest thing is, for 35 years, Doc, I had a crack in my shin bone that was 10 inches long, a half-inch wide, and I could probably stick my finger in it a half-inch deep. And it was a jagged crack down my shin bone from my ankle to my top of my calf muscle. That has filled in. 35 years I had that crack, and it's gone.
Isn't that amazing?
I am floored.
Yeah, it's amazing. When you give your body the raw materials, it will repair itself, especially the musculoskeletal system. Cartilage, ligaments, tendons, connective tissue, disc between the vertebrae, things like muscle, every kind of bone you can think. And so you have received a blessing here that I'm glad you gave that testimony, because there's everybody that, well, yeah, it might work for somebody else, but not me. Well, with all your trauma.
It worked for everybody. And I got to thank you, Doc. I love you. You are so awesome. Thank you so much for your life's work. I don't know where the world would be without Dr. Joel Wallach. I got to tell you, you are awesome. Thank you.
Thank you so much for the kind words. And did you have another question yet, Dave?
I did, yeah. I called you a couple of weeks ago. My buddy Bill in Florida, he's on my team. He's an over-the-road trucker. He's 400 pounds. He's on a budget. I know you put him on 4 blood sugar packs, but he just can't afford it. He's on 1, and he's also taken some digestive stuff, but he had that cellulitis. He's got a wound in his leg that he's had since last year, October.
Well, that's where he wants to get the colloidal silver. It's very cheap. We get our colloidal silver.
We're doing that.
And then
we're doing the silver, Doc, but it's leaking. His leg is leaking.
Well, that's actually good.
He's on a water pill. Can he wean off? Does he have to wean off the water pill, or can he just stop taking that? Why is he on a water pill?
Well, the doctor thinks that cellulitis has a lot of edema to it. He's trying to get rid of the excess fluid in there, trying to reduce some of the swelling. And what I would do is just have him take that water pill and cut it in half. And then the price will be half. Cut it in half instead of cold turkey. I wouldn't cold turkey off of it. That might cause some vascular problems, just a cold turkey off of it. So cut it in half.
Okay.
Okay?
All right. Okay, thank you so much.
Hey, thanks for the kind testimony. We appreciate that. All our listeners appreciate that. And thank you so much for helping your bud. Okay, Doug, let's go to callers.
Let's head to Dallas, Texas. And Jan, you're on with Dr. Wallach.
Jan, you're on the air.
Hi, Dr. Wallach.
Hi.
It was good having you here in Dallas recently. Come back
That was
soon.
a lot of fun. Yeah, a lot of fun.
It was. I'm calling for a 66-year-old gentleman. He weighs 228 pounds. He is a diabetic. He's got high blood pressure and 30% kidney function. His kidney doctor cautioned him not to take herbal supplements. So would you please just address his concerns about supplementing and why our supplements are different and what you would recommend he take?
Well, he's got three things we can help very easily. Because he's a diabetic, has high blood pressure and kidney failure. Is he on dialysis?
No.
Okay, so he's got kidney problems, but not quite dialysis yet.
Right.
Okay, so Shar, this is a Shar thing. How would you handle this guy?
He's got kidney problems. He needs Ultimate Daily for that, but I give him the Healthy Heart and Brain Pack.
Okay, very good.
And the Ultimate Daily to deal with the kidney problem.
Okay, what'd you do for the diabetes?
Oh, he needs the Sweeties.
Well, there you go. Okay, so you need to get your pen and paper out, Jan, because he weighs 228 pounds. Of course, none of the bad stuff, no fried foods, no processed meats, no nitrates, nitrites, no oils, no gluten, no wheat, butter, and oats, and absolutely, positively no sugar. No sugar, no carbohydrates. You got to give up all that kind of stuff. I wouldn't even give him rice. How tall is this guy?
I'm sorry, I don't know.
Is he your height or shorter?
I'm sorry, he's on the line with us, so he can answer that. How tall are you?
5'9".
Okay, 5'9". Okay, yeah, 5'9". I'd like to see him like 180, so he needs to lose 45, 50 pounds. So let's go. Get rid of all the bad stuff, and he can have lots of vegetables. He can have eggs. Use nuts for snacks, high-fat, high-protein stuff with absolutely no or very little carbohydrates in them. And so, as Shar said, I'd have him take 2 healthy brain and heart packs. That deals with the cardiovascular system, which when you have high blood pressure and kidney problems, you got cardiovascular system problems. So I would go ahead and give him, again, 2 healthy heart and brain packs, or I guess it's healthy brain and heart packs is the way it goes. And that would be 3 of the selenium twice a day, 3 at breakfast, 3 at dinner, 1 ounce of the Osteo FX Plus at breakfast and dinner. That's also going to help with the blood pressure issues. And then I would have him take 2 of this Beyond Tangerine 2.0 NutriCrystals at breakfast and dinner, 3 of the EFA Pluses twice a day, and 3 of the EFAs twice a day. All that will be handled by the 2 healthy brain and heart packs per month. For the diabetes, as Shar said, I would have him take 3 of our Sweeties at breakfast, lunch, and dinner. There'd be 3 bottles a month of the Sweeties, and he's got to check his fasting blood sugar every morning before he medicates himself, because his blood sugar is going to drop like a rock. Then for the high blood pressure and the kidney failure, again, as Shar says, she was right on there. She got 100%. She knows more than doctors. It's very scary. And she's not even 5 foot tall, okay? And so what I would do is have him take 2 bottles a month of the Ultimate Daily tablets. That'll be 3 at breakfast, 3 at lunch, 3 at dinner. And they're designed to support and promote healthy blood pressure, but they're also designed to support and promote healthy blood flow through the kidneys. Now, when you have kidney failure, if you're getting close to dialysis or anybody's on dialysis, there's rarely anything wrong with the kidney. Usually it's just obstructive arteritis. In other words, they have obstructive artery disease in the kidneys, and it's the same problem with coronary artery disease in the heart and vascular dementia, vascular clogging up in the brain, and the eyes when you have things like glaucoma. And so the Ultimate Daily tablets are designed to support and promote healthy blood flow through obstructed arteries and designed to support and promote healthy blood pressure. But don't forget, it's equally important for him to change his diet. You got to get rid of the ongoing damage. No fried foods, no processed meats. That means absolutely no deli slices, sandwich meats, sausage, ham, bacon, bologna, salami, pastrami, pepperoni, jerky, corned beef, Spam, canned meats, hot dogs, all that's got to go. And then no oils. It means no olive oil, no coconut oil, absolutely no margarines, mayonnaise, salad dressings, cooking oils. And then lastly, no gluten, no wheat, barley, and oats. Call us every couple of weeks. Jan, we want to know your buddy's weight. We'll deal with weight. He'll begin to lose weight. We need to know his weight, his blood pressure, and his blood sugar Call us every 2 weeks. We'll walk you guys through this. We'll be back after these messages. We're back with Dead Doctors Don't Lie on the ZBS Radio Network. Dr. Joel Wallach here for Longevity and the 90 for Life Crusade. And Doug, let's go to callers.
Let's head to Inglewood, California, and Washawn, you're on with Dr. Wallach.
Hello, Washawn, you're on the air.
Hi, Dr. Wallach. I had the pleasure of hearing you speak this past weekend at the Carson Civic Center. Blew my mind. I've been on the... It was absolutely amazing.
Well, thank you.
You are absolutely amazing.
Well, you're very sweet.
I've been on the product, the Healthy Start Pack, now for a little over a week. I'm about 305 pounds, and I take 2 medications for blood pressure, atenolol and the water pill. And I heard you say the water pill, the problem with that is when you urinate, all the good stuff comes out. So I wanted to know, when can I stop taking that, or can I stop taking it now?
Okay, well, again, give me your weight again.
305.
Okay, that's what I thought. Now, how tall are you, dear?
I'm about 5'4", 5'5".
Okay, so we need to lose some weight.
Oh, yes.
Okay, do you have any other issues, any diabetes or skin problems, eczema, dermatitis, any respiratory stuff, constipation, diarrhea?
Thank God, no. I did have a little skin, eczema, but when I was younger, I had asthma. I guess I grew out of it. The eczema, every now and then it flares up, but I noticed this morning my hands are looking so beautiful, and that's just after, it hasn't even been 2 weeks on the Healthy Start Pack.
All right, so you see a change already. Good girl.
Oh, yes.
Right. Okay, Shar, this is a Shar thing. What would you give her?
Oh, both. Well, she needs, what I would give her would be, she needs 3 if she can afford it. Healthy Start Pack's really, and she does need to get on a gluten-free diet, though, because she...
Well, yeah, you're exactly right. The fact that she's had asthma, has some skin issues, which are getting better now, you're exactly right. I would go ahead, ideally, Sean, you would have 3 of the Healthy Start Packs per month, but if only 2 is affordable, then that's what you're going to do. If only 1 is affordable, that's where you're going to start, right? But ideally, you would use 3, so I'm going to give you the ideal, and you'll cut it to where it's affordable for you. And so that would allow you to have 1 ounce of the OsteoFX Plus at breakfast, lunch, and dinner. It would allow you to have 2 scoops of the Beyond Tangerine NutriCrystals 2.0 at breakfast, lunch, and dinner. 3 of the EFA Pluses at breakfast, lunch, and dinner. All that would be accomplished by the 3 Healthy Start Packs per month. Because you have high blood pressure, I would also throw in, say, 12 of the Ultimate Daily tablets a day, before at breakfast, 4 at lunch, 4 at dinner. That'll require 2 bottles of the Ultimate Daily tablets. And I want you to take your fasting blood sugar. I want you to take your blood pressure. I want you to take your weight 3 times a week. And we're going to look at your blood pressure medication as you begin to get your blood pressure dropping. So what is your blood pressure running now, dear?
I took it today, and it was 122/85, and that was before I had taken any medication.
Okay.
Just my healthy my healthy.
And you had medication. You had medication yesterday?
Yes.
Okay. And so that's under some medical control there, 122/85, which is not a bad figure. The top number is good. The bottom one's a little high, but it's still in the safe level, below 90. And so I would, go ahead and take those Ultimate Daily tablets, 12 a day, 4 at breakfast, 4 at lunch, 4 at dinner, and that's going to bring the blood pressure down. As you get the blood pressure, say, down below 120/70, try cutting one of those blood pressure medications in half, just one. Okay, or take one of them every other day and the other one take every day like you've been prescribed. Weigh yourself twice a week, and give us a call every couple of weeks. There'll come a time we want to put you on the ASAP because I want to keep your costs down. If you want to, you go ahead and take 2 of the Healthy Start Packs per month and get you 1 bottle of ASAP. Put a dropper full under your tongue 30 minutes before each meal, and you begin to lose a half a pound to 2 pounds a day. That'll speed up with helping the blood pressure also. Well, thank you, Shar. Super job as usual. Thank you so much, Doug and Billy. Superlative job as usual. God bless each and every one of you. God bless our troops. God bless our Navy SEALs. And God bless America.